Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Triple H is constantly looking for ways to elevate the WWE roster and make things even more interesting for fans, especially now that the company has entered a new era with the move to Netflix. Penta became the latest superstar to make his WWE debut, while top names like Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair are expected to return before the Royal Rumble Premium Live event on February 1. Another superstar who could return to the business is Aleister Black. Although Black has spent the past 3 years with AEW, reports suggest his contract has expired, or is close to expiring. The former two-time champion apparently favors a WWE return, especially now that Triple H has taken over. It appears that the game and WWE creative view him as a great addition to the roster and a top player in singles competition. With that in mind, there has been speculation about whether HHH could make Aleister Black the new Undertaker for WWE. It appears that this is not the case, but WWE could view the AEW star as a guy who could do the dark and spooky stuff he is known for and bring justice to a dark character. The closest thing to the Undertaker's persona, it appears that WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman was a big fan of Aleister Black during his NXT days and wanted Triple H and WWE creative to push him. Former WWE executive Eric Bischoff revealed this during an episode of his 83 Weeks podcast. He disclosed that the Weissman was among Black's biggest fans when Triple H was in charge of NXT, and Vince McMahon was still the boss in WWE back in the day. Aleister Black thrived on NXT under Triple H, winning the NXT Championship in 2018. However, he never became a top star on the main roster under Vince McMahon. Now, with the game being the boss in WWE, Black could become a top star should he return to the company. The world of professional wrestling is home to a select few who transcend the boundaries of the sport, becoming larger-than-life legends. Among the most iconic figures in WWE history are characters like The Undertaker, someone who has been revered not only for his physical prowess, but for the mystique and legacy that he has cultivated over decades. When we think of The Undertaker, we think of the combination of dominant in-ring performance, a unique persona, and the respect of the entire wrestling community. Could a current WWE superstar, who has already tasted the fruits of championship glory, be molded into the next great phenom, the new Undertaker? This task would fall squarely on the shoulders of Triple H, the current head of WWE Creative, who has the vision, experience, and influence to craft such an iconic transformation. To begin with, we must acknowledge that Triple H is not only a wrestler, but also a mastermind behind the scenes. His ability to spot talent, craft compelling stories, and build characters is part of what makes him one of the most influential figures in the company today. As he transitions into his role as a major creative force, it's possible that he sees a unique opportunity in a two-time WWE champion, someone who possesses the physical tools, charisma, and the potential for transformation. The idea of making such a superstar, the new Undertaker, could be part of a larger, long-term vision. Let's explore the intricacies of how Triple H could make this happen, the necessary components involved, the risks, and the potential benefits. 1. Choosing the right superstar. Identifying the future phenom. The first question in this creative endeavor is, who would be the ideal candidate to take on the mantle of a new version of The Undertaker? The individual must possess certain qualities that can translate into long-term success. While there are numerous talents on the roster, not every superstar has the presence, physical ability, or ability to evolve into such a character. Consider a wrestler like Bray Wyatt, whose fiend persona has drawn comparisons to The Undertaker in the past. Wyatt, a former WWE champion, has always had a flair for creating dark, mysterious characters, blending horror with wrestling in a way that could capture the essence of The Undertaker's legacy. Wyatt's creativity, combined with his in-ring ability, makes him an intriguing option. However, we must acknowledge that the Fiend character, while popular, did not live up to its full potential in terms of long-term success and resonance with fans. But with the right vision and guidance from Triple H, Wyatt could be reworked into something more aligned with The Undertaker's legacy. Another potential candidate is Drew McIntyre, a two-time WWE champion whose career resurgence has positioned him as one of the company's top stars. McIntyre has a no-nonsense attitude, a powerful persona, and an intimidating presence, qualities that could easily translate into an enigmatic, larger-than-life character akin to The Undertaker. However, McIntyre would require a reinvention, something subtle yet impactful, allowing him to grow into this new role. At the same time, Edge could be another name that enters the conversation. With a storied career that includes multiple championships and years of fan devotion, Edge has the credibility and the history to take on such a role, especially considering his ability to thrive in complex, multi-layered storylines. As a character whose motivations sometimes align with the forces of good, but who also thrives in morally ambiguous terrain, Edge's evolution into a figure reminiscent of The Undertaker could certainly work. 2. Character evolution, a meticulous transformation. If Triple H were to elevate one of these superstars to the level of The Undertaker, the character transformation would need to be thorough and long-term. The Undertaker didn't simply appear on television one day as a supernatural icon. His evolution as a character began with his debut in 1990, and over the years he gradually transitioned from the Western mortician gimmick into a more ominous, otherworldly figure. The key takeaway from The Undertaker's story is patience, the time it takes to develop and grow a character of that magnitude. For a two-time champion looking to step into this role, Triple H's creative team would first need to strip away any superficial elements that no longer align with the darker persona they want to create. This could be achieved by giving the wrestler more room to explore a deeper, more complex character arc, one that incorporates mythology, symbolism, and even elements of folklore. To truly capture the essence of The Undertaker, the character would need a deeper layer that fans can gravitate toward. One important aspect of The Undertaker's character that stands out is his unwavering loyalty to the wrestling business and his desire to be the last man standing. A new Phenom would need to embody this same sense of dedication, perhaps as a figure who is driven by vengeance, history, or the protection of something sacred within WWE. This could manifest as a character whose very existence is tied to the survival of the promotion itself, almost as if he were a guardian figure or a vengeful spirit within the WWE universe. The wrestler's character arc could involve a gradual descent into darkness, starting with a subtle shift in their behavior and attitudes. Perhaps they begin as a fan-favorite hero, but through a series of betrayals, losses, or personal tragedies, they embrace a more malevolent persona. Triple H would likely look to create a slow burn, allowing the fans to watch this transformation unfold over time, much like The Undertaker's ascension to legendary status. As far as gimmicks go, one possibility is incorporating elements of death, destruction, or the supernatural in a way that feels organic rather than forced. While the supernatural undertones of The Undertaker's persona were often subtle, they played a key role in his mystique. A new character could be established as someone who draws power from a dark source, perhaps a long-lost ancestor or an ancient, mystical power that ties the character to WWE history. 3. Matches and feuds, establishing the legacy. Another aspect of Triple H's vision would be determining how the wrestler in question would carve out his legacy in the ring. The Undertaker's matches at major events like WrestleMania became a spectacle, not just for the athleticism but for the atmosphere they created. The match itself was as much about storytelling and setting the tone as it was about high-impact moves and hard-hitting action. A similar approach would need to be taken in crafting the new Phenom's matches. Feuds, too, would play an integral role in shaping this new character. The Undertaker's most memorable rivalries, such as with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Kane, were built not only on in-ring abilities but on the deeper psychology of each encounter. Matches like the Hell in a Cell and the Casket match, which became staples of The Undertaker's legacy, were integral in solidifying his larger-than-life persona. For the new character to fill The Undertaker's shoes, similar rivalries would need to be constructed. They must be long-term, emotionally charged, and involve deep personal stakes. One of the greatest elements of The Undertaker's legacy is his undefeated streak at WrestleMania. This is a storyline that could be replicated with the new Phenom. If Triple H were to orchestrate a similar run, it would serve to solidify the wrestler as an indomitable force in WWE, a wrestler who defies the odds and rises above every challenge. 4. The Undertaker's influence, avoiding the pitfalls. While the idea of creating a new Undertaker is alluring, it also comes with risks. The fans are incredibly loyal to The Undertaker and his legacy, and there will inevitably be comparisons drawn between the two characters. Triple H would have to tread carefully to ensure that the new character does not feel like a mere imitation of the original. The challenge is creating a new identity that respects the history of The Undertaker while offering something fresh and unique. There's also the challenge of crafting a storyline that keeps the audience engaged over time. While The Undertaker's character had a sustained level of intrigue over decades, creating a new Phenom that captures the same level of interest without repeating old tropes would require a great deal of creativity. In order for the new character to succeed, Triple H would need to introduce new elements into the lore, using the older blueprint as a springboard for something more exciting and dynamic. 5. Fan reception and building the legend. Fan reception is another factor that must be considered. The Undertaker's unmatched aura was not only a product of great storytelling, but also due to his connection with the audience. The fans adored The Undertaker, respected him, and believed in the mystique he represented. For the new Phenom to thrive, Triple H would need to nurture a deep bond between the character and the audience. This would require long-term storytelling, emotional investment, and perhaps moments of vulnerability that could make the new character relatable. Another potential challenge is the current landscape of WWE. With a changing roster, evolving fan preferences, and new trends in wrestling, Triple H would need to ensure that this new Phenom fits seamlessly into the present era. This means finding ways to modernize certain aspects of the character without completely abandoning what made The Undertaker so iconic in the first place. Conclusion: a legacy reborn. Transforming a two-time WWE champion into the new Undertaker of WWE is a monumental task, but it's one that Triple H is well equipped to handle. Through a careful blend of character evolution, innovative storytelling, and effective feuds, Triple H could create a Phenom for the modern era, someone whose influence and mystique rival that of The Undertaker himself. However, the journey to achieving this will require patience, dedication, and an unrelenting commitment to the art of professional wrestling. The new Phenom will not just be a wrestler, he will be a legend in the making, one that rises from the ashes of WWE's past to become the future of the business. With Triple H at the helm, there's no doubt that the WWE Universe would bear witness to the creation of an icon for years to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.